Hello, I am Mal, and welcome to my first impressions of Creative Forge Games' gothic turn-based tactical game, Hard West. Hard West was originally kickstarted back in August of 2014 and is now available for everyone on November 18th of 2015. A couple of quick thank yous. First off, thank you to CFG for providing me with a review copy, which allowed me to play the game enough to give you this first impressions video today. And I'd also like to thank a community member named Marcus. Marcus, you're awesome for sending me a retail copy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So what is Hard West? Well, Hard West is a bit of a strange duck. A duck with brutal, gory combat and wrapped in an eerily dark gothic-Spaghetti Western motif. So it's going to get compared to XCOM, and absolutely its combat is very, very similar, so I felt at home, but it wraps in elements of a tactical RPG, card, and adventure games. As you might expect with all these moving parts, it'd be easy for Hard West to miss the mark, and the principal question I'm going to attempt to answer for you today is, did they? So sit back, relax, and let's check out this demonic, gunslinging title together. Alright, so from the main menu, and let's go ahead and take a look here at campaign, you'll see that I've already completed some various things. Again, I did have access to review copy, so I've been playing Hard West quite a bit and enjoying it so far. Let's see here. Okay, so let's do this as good as dead. But a powerful stranger helps you rise up, transforming you from a carefree gambler into the personification of vengeance. Ooh, alright. Okay, so here we get a choice between essentially an easier mode, challenge or standard mode, and then painful for veterans of turn-based tactical genre. I am actually planning to do a proper Let's Play, and this episode will serve as episode 0 of that Let's Play, and I will likely actually play on veteran, but for purposes of this first impression, I'll just leave it on standard. You then have these additional options for combat injuries, so if you get hurt or you hurt an enemy, they're not going to be as effective, or you will not be as effective if you have this enabled. For those of you familiar with XCOM, this would be the red fog second wave option. Very basically similar function. And then Iron Man, when a critical character is killed, you have to start the scenario from scratch. I don't really understand the difference between this and normal mode, and the reason I say that is because maybe it's just my poor luck, but when I was first learning the game, I died a few times, absolutely, and there was no option to continue. Like, every character seemed to be critical to the storyline, so maybe I was just unlucky, but this doesn't seem to make much difference. You either successfully get through the scenario or you don't. Yeah, so we'll leave it on standard for now, and let's just jump in.
You lost everything, became an outlaw on the run, but you still had Florence, the love of your life. You were drifting through settlements, evading the law, gambling. You did well enough, but whenever you won, someone had to lose. And if there was something the masked man truly would not stand, it was losing. Then, out of thin air, a gentleman appeared, offering to resolve your predicament in return for your soul. Unaware of the gravity of your situation, you told him to go to hell, just as they surrounded the saloon. Every way out was barred or blocked. Enemies positioned themselves outside the windows. You were as good as dead.
Okay, so over here it says, time to die. Take as many with you as you can. So this is kind of an interesting way to do a combat tutorial, which I think it basically serves as, but it's, it's written into the story quite well. So here we are, we have Warren, it's a principal character that we're playing right now, and then we have Florence, his lady, and we are surrounded by all these guys that are, presumably he hired here to kill us because, well, that guy didn't like losing money in that card game, as the intro story told us. Now, I've tried, because it's just the way I am, I've tried to beat all these guys. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. You die, and it's part of the story, so it's okay. But let me show you a little bit of some of the baseline combat elements. Okay, so first off, if I was to move, say, here, and I have 2 action points along the side here. This is all very similar to other combat titles. It's going to get compared with XCOM the most, I think, because it's essentially the same combat system, which in my opinion is awesome since I love XCOM. And for those of you maybe not familiar with my channel, I have, a couple hundred different XCOM videos there. So yeah. Anyway, if we move into this person's sphere of influence, you will see that there's these red circles. They're going to get an automatic attack on you. They have to be able to see you though, and have available action points. So in this case, these guys are going to because they haven't moved yet. So bear that in mind. So like, it would be great if I could move up here and then shoot this guy in the face. But the reality is right now, if I move into his sphere of influence, he's going to get a free attack. So let's see, what can we do? Well, for starters, we can get behind some cover. And I like this mechanic quite a bit. You can see this little like arrow swirling around. If I left click here, or excuse me, right click here, I can move and flip the table down. And now at least I have some cover. And I'm going to go ahead and take a shot. Pretty terrible chance to hit, but I'll go ahead and take a shot. There we go. All right, let's take a look at the character screen real quick. So you have a couple of different things here. You've got your luck, you've got your health. So right, for example, right here, Florence has 5 of 5 health. Your aim, your defense, so how hard it is to hit you, your total mobility, and then your sight range. Now, in the case of luck, it's kind of interesting because it's an expendable resource, but it also refreshes. So as you get shot at, if someone misses you, then it'll get depleted because, hey, you were lucky you didn't get shot, even if you're behind cover. If you do happen to get hit, you'll regenerate some of your luck. In other words, your luck ran out at that moment, but hey, you got, now you've got some back. It's kind of an interesting mechanic, but it fuels various different talents. Now, I don't think either one of these characters have any yet. They don't, but as you play through the game, it becomes a big deal. What's going to happen is you're going to get special abilities based on the cards that you have. I mentioned in the intro that there were elements of a card game. So as you move through the campaign, you will earn different cards and you'll be able to build a better hand, which is in turn going to give you more abilities. Those will be fueled by luck. It's really, really cool. I like the way that works actually, but we'll get more into that afterwards. All right, so let's see. Can Florence take a shot? Yeah, she can. I'm doing too well. There we go. There we go. All right, so let's do this. We'll move into this guy's. Yep, there we go.
Helpless to protect Florence.
See how I moved into his area of influence? Alright, so as soon as Florence unfortunately loses her life, then we will move forward with the story. Like that chicken just running over there. Like, that's right. Mess with me. Chicken. Yeah, if you guys could shoot her now, that'd be good. Really? Oh, geez. Very few times in games do you want to lose, right? But this time, if they could just, proceed, that'd be great. Here we go. We'll go over into his area of influence. Well, okay. She killed him. Come on now. Somebody can do one more point of damage to her. Here, we'll come out here in the open like this. No cover, and then certainly they can take care of us, right? Here we go. This guy's getting to do it. There we go.
Last breath. But on that breath, you pledged to him. You gave your soul for a shot at revenge. Trapped betwixt life and death, You now belonged to neither realm. The coffin nails didn't hold fast. You were supposed to be dead, so no one took notice right away. You considered raising the alarm to bring in more enemies, just to satisfy your bloodlust.
Okay, so now you can see that we are right here, that we are in nightmare mode. No shadows can be spotted. Abilities based on shadows are even more powerful. So Warren, who's pledged himself to the devil, I guess, or some kind of, demon, has now been brought back, and he's not really the same. So let's take a look now. He has a shadow salve, so he regenerates when not in direct sunlight. So basically you can get shot, and as long as you don't get down to 0, you're going to regenerate some of your health every single turn, and it is very powerful. So in this intro scenario, what you can do is there's a handful of guys to go and kill, and if you really want to get into it, you can move over. Let's see, where is it? Let me show you. Right here, the telegraph office, and then it brings in a ton more for you to take on, which I did and is quite fun. Let's see, where's our nearest opponents? Right there, right there. All right, let's move up a little bit. Just like in similar titles, you're gonna have an icon here that gives you half or full cover. You can see that by the little shield. So we're gonna move up here to this full cover point. I'm gonna show you a little bit of this. We have 2 weapons. We can swap back and forth. I've changed that key to X. By default, it is T. And I tend to like the pistol better, actually, just because of the amount of ammo that's available. So here we go. Enemies have been alerted and Warren must survive. Obviously getting an opponent outside of cover, the closer proximity, your level of aim, all of these things, the type of weapon that you're using, this all affects your chance to hit. 58%. Okay, let's take a shot here. There we go. Alright, so I'm not going to play through this whole scenario because I'm actually doing a proper Let's Play. But I just wanted to kind of show you just sort of the baseline elements of the game. Like I said, since it's so similar, combat-wise anyway, to XCOM, I felt right at home. You saw that little bit of damage I took, heals up. We can kill a couple more guys. Yeah, here, let's open the door. Say hello to this guy. Here, take a couple of these shots, would you? Yeah, nice. That was fun. So, what do I think about the game? The original question when we started this video was, with all the moving parts, it would be easy for Hard West to miss the mark, right? There's a lot of different elements I'm not even getting to show you in this first impressions video, actually. We're just now starting to get into talents, and then we have the card system, which I'm going to explore more in my full Let's Play. So if you're interested in seeing more about the game, you can do so there. I'll of course have a link below this video, as well as like right here or something. I'll put a link to the Let's Play list. It's interesting, all these different mechanics that you balance, be it the individual traits of the characters, their stories, the card system, which again fuels the different abilities. Also too, full-fledged inventory as well. I didn't mention that, but there's people that you can trade with to get all kinds of different weapons and unique items that give you bonuses as well. So it's got that really strong RPG element that a lot of times in tactical games like this is missing. So I think it's very, very interesting, and in terms of my first impression, and I may do a proper full review later after I've played through the game completely, but my first impression would be that this is a really good and different, that's the key, different tactical game. And if you are a fan of games like Wasteland 2 Director's Cut or XCOM or Jagged Alliance, and if you're a fan of Gothic-themed books, movies, or games, you are probably going to enjoy Hard West. I've played, I don't know how many hours at this point, quite a few actually, and I am still enjoying the campaign, even replaying the same scenarios, I'm enjoying them. So that says a lot. It tells me that there is replayability, even though it's very, very much story-driven. So I hope that you've enjoyed this first impressions video of Hard West, and that you join me for future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I am Mal. And before we go, we should probably shoot at somebody, right? Oh, there we go. I am Mal, and I will see you later.